What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Cannonballs podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Dane Cannon. Co-hosting with me today is...
Your boy Jason was on the mic 1-2.
Guys, we are recording late on a Monday night. We wrapped up the first two episodes, so if you guys are looking for our Thursday night breakdown and who we think is gonna win, Jesus Christ, I'm out of it too, and who we think is gonna win, that will be on our power rankings episodes. So go ahead and check that one out if you guys want to see our Thursday night breakdown. It'll be near the end of the video. Guys, we are doing the rest of week 9 halfway throughout the season. Let's get into it. Follow us on Instagram here, like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on, anything you can and do to help the podcast grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. Jake, you have anything to add before we get going?
No, I'm ready to do it. We kick off Sunday with a good one in Germany.
Yep, here's the Germany game.
Yeah, we got the Miami Dolphins facing the Kansas City Chiefs. This one's going to be a good one. But coming off a tough loss from the Broncos, I don't think there's the Chiefs are not going to want to drop 2 in a row. I got the Chiefs here. If they would have won last week, I might have picked the Dolphins, but I still haven't seen them be a good team yet. And it's going to be a good one, though. That's
true. I think Patrick Mahomes, he'll be feeling better. I think the offense kind of gets going back to its typical routine. I'm going to go Dolphins here. I'm going to differ on the first one of this episode. I'm going to go Dolphins here. I think that the Dolphins offense is much better than the Chiefs this year. I just like the receiving core. I think the Dolphins defense is trending in the right direction, especially since they're getting a couple players back, like Jalen Ramsey. He's coming back. He's already made an immediate impact his first game back after missing 8 weeks straight. So I think this defense and the team is moving in the right direction. I do agree they haven't really played anyone like noticeable or noteworthy and beaten them. They lost to the Bills. But yeah, I think they get it done. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs have a slight edge on defense as well. So it should be a good one, though.
I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah, it will definitely be a good game. So I'm excited to watch that one. I will definitely have to set my alarm. All right, back to regular American time. We got the 10 o'clock slate. Kicking off with another good one. We got the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
Man, this one is going to be good, but I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens here. Lamar has only lost one game against the NFC. I think he keeps a streak going. I think the Ravens have a better defense than the Seahawks, a better quarterback. I think the Seahawks have better. I'm not trying to say the Seahawks are a bad team. They're a good team. I would not be surprised if the Seahawks go in and beat the Baltimore Ravens. However, Baltimore is a tough place to play. It's going to be starting to get cold there. Let's see what the weather's like.
It snowed in Denver already last week. It wasn't snowing during the game, but you saw snow on the sideline. So we're getting around that time. This is going to be November, right? We're entering the November game slate. So it's definitely going to start getting colder on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's going to be 56 degrees. Not super cold, but, it's definitely going to have a little bit of sting when you get hit.
Oh, 100%.
However, Seahawks, they're probably going to debut Leonard Williams. So that would be an interesting, probably not going to be able to run it up the middle quite as often. So, I look for Lamar to do a lot more rushing in this game, and hopefully his wide receivers do not let him down. That's how the Ravens lose this game. If his wide receivers are dropping passes, they're going to lose.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It kind of depends. I'm going Baltimore as well, but it really is going to be determined by which Baltimore team shows up. Like, is it going to be the Baltimore team that played the Detroit Lions at home and absolutely handed them like an absolute ass beating? Or are we going to get the Baltimore team that plays down to their competition like they played this most recent week against Arizona? Seattle's been pretty consistent. They've got the run game going. Geno Smith, not elite, by any means. You know, he's kind of regressed a little bit from last year, but he's still doing enough to win games, getting a couple players going. Seattle's defense is no joke either, but I do trust Baltimore's defense a little bit more. Kind of a shaky game against Arizona, but I think they get back on track. Give me Baltimore here, but their receivers definitely have to step up.
Yes. Next one. Ooh. This one, you know, honestly, this might be a pretty good game as well. We got the Cleveland Browns hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah. Only reason I say it's going to be a good game is because the Cardinals play every team they have played hard, and it's always close. Only thing different now is we're probably going to have Clayton Tune, possibly Kyler Murray. I think Gannon is just playing like head games with other teams. You know, who are they starting? Dobbs, Tune, Kyler Murray. Like, it's all possibility, and that does play a little bit into how you prepare for a team, but not a whole lot. I would say, you know, the Browns defense is going to be prepared regardless. I'm going to go Cleveland here, but I think it's going to be closer than people think.
I'm going to go Cleveland as well. I don't think Josh Dobbs or Clayton Tune would fare well against this defense that the Browns have. I think Myles Garrett has himself a day. It'll be interesting to see the Browns offense, because the Arizona defense has been playing team stuff. Like, even though they've been getting scored on in the first half, they've been keeping it close with every team that they've played. So I think it'll be an interesting matchup, but I'm going Cleveland at home.
All right. Damn. There's some pretty good matchups this week. I'm just realizing.
Yep.
Next game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to the Houston Texans.
Both 3-4.
This might be a pretty good game.
Yeah. Let me kick this one off. Right off the bat, both of these defenses are playing pretty solid football. They're both solid defenses. Offenses are kind of hit or miss for me. I think that some weeks they look like they can compete with anyone. Other weeks it kind of regresses a little bit. I do like the Texans here at home. I think that does give them an advantage. I hope that we get to see CJ Stroud kind of in the first half of the season compared to the last game that he played against Carolina. You know, maybe it was just a slower start. They had the bye week. Maybe they came out a little bit slow. They hadn't practiced enough. Maybe they didn't prepare enough. I don't know. But they were on the road in Carolina. I think that they get the job done here in a squeaker. I think that this is going to be a close game. I think it'll be decided by a field goal, but I'm going to go Texans at home.
I'm going to go Bucks.
All right.
You know, I think they're not a bad team. And, you know, I think the Texans are fine. I just still think they're quite a bit away from, you know, being a really good team. I think the Bucks are probably a better team. I mean, they've been, they're 2 years removed from a Super Bowl. Baker is playing some of the best football I've seen him play. They have the weapons, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Only problem is with the Bucks is their run game is just not there. So, you know, I won't be surprised if the Texans win, but I'm gonna go Bucks here.
All right, I like it. Differing on a couple games this week, and these are a lot of games that could go either way. Like you said, they are pretty good matchups.
All right, this one could even be close. We got the Chicago Bears traveling to the New Orleans Saints. I'm not gonna complicate this one. Saints are coming off a huge win. Bears are probably going to be with Bagent again. I'm gonna go Saints. It's a good defense. I hope they carry that momentum from the last game and carry it on to this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints as well. Just strictly for the defense. I don't think the Bears offense with Bagent is going to be able to do enough. Give me the Saints at home.
All right, this next game. This is the game of who is the starting quarterback going to be. We got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. Both teams are 4-4. Both teams are fighting for playoff spots. Dan, take this one away.
Yeah, this one's super interesting. I do like the Falcons here, mostly because I know that if it is Taylor Heineke, I trust him enough to be competent. Or if it is Desmond Ridder, I think that he can play well enough to win them a game. I like the Falcons defense at home. Minnesota losing Kirk Cousins. I don't think that it's going to be a very strong offensive output for this team. And because of that, they're going to have to rely on the running game. And I don't like necessarily Alexander Madison or Cam Akers in this matchup. I'm going to go Falcons here. I think that I trust the backup quarterback for them more if it is Taylor Heineke.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons as well. They're definitely not going to... I mean, I liked it, Heineke. I like the way Desmond Ridder was playing before, he got benched or whatever. I think they're probably playing better than whatever the Vikings have at the table, on the table. It's such a damn shame. If it was Kirk Cousins, I would have said Minnesota all day. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go Falcons as well.
Yeah, I'm realizing because I'm looking at the afternoon slate as well. The matchups, this is on paper, I think this is the most exciting week of football we've had, like matchup wise. Like a lot of teams that are playing this week are good matchups against one another.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Green Bay Packers. If Matthew Stafford is out, well, let's see. We got Puka is questionable as well. We got a couple other players I've never really heard of that are questionable. Shit, man.
This one is tough. This one's really tough.
I like the Packers defense. Man, this one is super tough. I almost want to go Green Bay. I don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be for the Rams. If it's, who? I need to look up his name real quick, Dane, because I can't keep disrespecting this dude.
Are we talking about Stetson Bennett?
He's on IR, dude.
Stetson Bennett's on IR. I actually did not know that. Okay.
Hey, he's been on IR since like the beginning of the season.
Ooh, I did not realize that. Okay.
So Brett Ripien.
Oh, right. God.
Out of Boise State.
I don't know who I hate more.
You actually know
Jordan
him?
Love. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot from him. The thing is, golly, dude, this one's very tough. Both these coaches come from the same tree. They both have similar offenses. I know, honestly, if it was Stafford, I would have picked the Rams, but I'm going to pick the Packers here. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to join you very reluctantly. I think that this is just going to be a very low scoring game.
I would not put money on this game at all.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think this game could go either way, honestly. It's going to be a defensive performance, and neither of these defenses are elite, but they can both do enough to make a turnover-worthy play. They can both do enough to hold the team to minimal points, and both offenses, especially now that Stafford's out, are going to be struggling. So I'm going to go Packers as well, very reluctantly.
Jeez. All right, this next one, Battle of Mid. We got the Washington Commanders traveling to the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Take it away, Dane.
It depends on which Washington team shows up. If we get the Washington team that played Philadelphia tough both weeks in a row, I'm going to go Washington all day. But if we get the Patriots team that showed up against the Bills, then I'm going to go Patriots. This one's up in the air. Patriots are at home. They did lose, what's his name? Kendrick Bourne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to an ACL injury, so he's out for the season. Offense has already been struggling. If Washington's offense performs how it did this last week, I'm gonna go Washington. I trust the offense a little bit more to get enough done.
I want to see the odds real quick. I want to see who's favored. Real quick, give me a second, guys.
I would assume New England's probably favored by 1. That's what I would assume.
Yeah. They're 3-point favorites.
The Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Why are they saying that all these games start at 11? Bleacher Report, you must be messed up. You know what? I'm gonna go Commanders as well. The Patriots are favored. I think Vegas is probably gonna try to win a lot of money on this. I'm gonna take the Commanders as well. I think they're the better team. I do, but they just play very mediocre at times. So, yeah, give me the Commanders.
All right.
I might actually put money on the Commanders. All right, next game. This one should be. No, this one's not going to be. Well, it could be. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I'm going Colts, man. Even though they lost last week and I think the week before, I still like what they're doing. Carolina just got their first win. And I said it last week. I think I said if Carolina gets a win, it's gonna be against that Houston team. And they did. So I'm going Indianapolis here.
I'm going Colts as well. I think Carolina's defense definitely stepped up last week against the Houston Texans. But I really think getting Jonathan Taylor more utilized, and him and Zach Moss have been a pretty good tandem duo together. So I'm going to go Colts. You know, Gardner Minshew has the ability to make plays out of pocket, off script, whatever you want to call it. I think that they kind of have to rely on Gardner Minshew to ball out a little bit here. And I need the defense of the Colts to step up a little bit more because they're going up against an inexperienced quarterback who has been kind of finding his stride a little bit compared to where he was at the beginning of the season. I just don't think I just don't think that the Carolina Panthers have enough on offense to get it done. So give me the Colts.
All right. I said the Washington Patriots game was the battle of the mid. This is the battle of mid. Holy shit. We got the New York Giants traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, my God. Daniel Jones should be back.
Woo!
I mean, it'll be better than the quarterback situation when Taylor went out.
Yeah.
But Darren Waller dealing with a hammy, he's probably going to be on IR. He's probably going to be out. Saquon Barkley, they're going to have to go through him. But the Raiders, they looked like absolute garbage against the Detroit Lions. Like Jimmy G just did not look well. This one is tough.
This one's tough. But I'm gonna go Raiders. You know, for how bad they look, they have too many players on that team to not win a couple more games. You know, the defense was playing pretty good at times against the Lions. You know, they kind of just couldn't stay off the field. And, you know, Jimmy Garoppolo does have good games. And the Giants, you know, they have been playing better on defense. But still, I'm not impressed. They got rid of Leonard Williams. Definitely, you know, planning for the future. But I'm gonna go Raiders very reluctantly.
I think I'm going to join you. I'm going to go Raiders at home. Max Crosby still has the ability to disrupt any offense. The Giants' defense has been playing a lot better. So I think this is going to be another low-scoring affair. But I'm just going to take the home team here. I think it's a very even matchup. I think both teams could win. But it kind of depends on which Raiders team we're going to get, because they're one of those teams also that could win on any given Sunday, but then they look atrocious the next week. So give me the Raiders. I'm going to join you on the reluctant side as well.
Man, these last three games are going to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I think two of them for sure are going to be good.
First game, we got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is going to be a hell of a game. Division opponent. Both teams have been putting up points recently. This is the first time they've played, right? I think so, yeah. And both defenses have been stepping up when they need to. I think the Cowboys have been a little bit more consistent, especially because Jalen Carter is also dealing with an injury as well. So that could possibly affect the pass rush from the interior aspect of the Eagles defensive line. But the Eagles are at home, gives them the advantage, and it kind of comes down to, are we going to get the Cowboys that played the 49ers, or are we going to get the Cowboys that just absolutely obliterated and shut the door on the Los Angeles Rams? I think I'm going to go Eagles at home. It's tough. This is going to be a tough one. The ground game for Dallas has not been going very well, and this is still, even without Jalen Carter, this is still a tough defensive front for the Philadelphia Eagles. Top heavy front seven. It's going to come down to Dak, and I don't know if Dak's going to do well on the road in Philly, division opponent. I think we kind of see a little bit of a regression, but Dak still has the ability to do well, especially if he targets CeeDee Lamb. But if the defense of the Eagles can get the pass rush going and kind of disrupt that timing with CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to go Eagles.
I almost took the Cowboys. I might have bought in a little bit to that Rams dismantling they did. But I think it might just be blinding me a little bit to how really good the Eagles are. And I think the Cowboys are a good team. I guarantee you they're going to make playoffs. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. But the Eagles are on another level, man. And, for as much as I don't like it, I have to take the Eagles as well. But I would not mind if the Cowboys beat them. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd really shake things up.
Yep.
All right. Last two games. We got some good ones. Buffalo Bills traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is kind of the rematch that we've been waiting for, especially after the whole Damar Hamlin incident that occurred during the regular season last year. Mm-hmm. These teams did face each other in postseason, and it was a one-sided affair. The Cincinnati Bengals absolutely demolished the Buffalo Bills. I don't think that it's going to be the same instance this week, but the Bills have had some closer games recently. The Bengals have definitely looking like their former selves from last year. Joe Burrow's looking healthy. This is a pretty healthy team, especially with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. It's a good trio. Joe Mixon's looking a little bit better. So this run game's going. The defense is still okay. I don't think it's as solid as it was last year, but they are at home. Which Josh Allen are we going to get? Are we going to get the Josh Allen that played the New York Giants, or are we going to get the Josh Allen that played the Miami Dolphins? It's a tough one, man. This game could go either way. I think for me personally, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that they've kind of heated up. They're kind of red hot. They're almost to the red hot point. Like, they've won, I think, 3 straight games. They just beat the 49ers. They did it pretty handedly. Give me the Bengals in a close one.
I think the Bengals are going to win. I think they're hitting their stride right now. But I'm taking the Bills. They played to their competition. And the Bengals have beat them the last 2 times. I think the Bills are going to, want to show the NFL something. It's going to be a good game.
100%.
Honestly, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think the Bills' defense is where it's at or where it needs to be. And I think Josh Allen is just going to have one of those games, one of those Josh Allen games, because he really hasn't had them the last couple weeks. And I think he's just going to have one of those like iconic Josh Allen games. And I think Joe Burrow is as well. So it's going to be a lot of points. If it's the over, I'm taking the over. So yeah, I'm going to go the Bills.
All right.
Your boys. We got the Chargers traveling to the New York Jets. Man. This should be an easy pick. It should be. But it 100% is not. The Jets are a good defense. And has the Chargers faced any really good defenses this year? I forget.
They played the Chiefs. I would consider the Chiefs probably the best defense they've gone up against, and they didn't perform very well.
Okay.
They went up against Tennessee. Tennessee's defense is not as good as it has been in the past. They still have like one of the best run defenses in my opinion. But other than that, like I don't think they've gone up against any elite defenses. Oh, they did play Dallas. They played Dallas's defense. And they kept it close.
I'm just gonna go Jets, man.
I am too.
Honestly, it's because every time I pick the Chargers, they always win. And I'm just gonna go Jets. I think, I don't think the Chargers have any mojo really behind them. I think the Jets have, like, if you believe in like luck and mojo and all that shit, I think the Jets have something behind them. And I think it's going to be a close game. It's probably going to be 14-10, 10-3, 10-13. It's going to be a weird game. Because the Jets have a good defense. Probably going to shut down Austin Eckler. They're going to have to put the ball into Justin Herbert's hands. And he's probably going to throw some picks. So, yeah, I'm going to go Jets.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets as well. Just because of the defense. And the Chargers have been struggling in the second half offensively. I think in the first half, if they can get at least 17 points and the defense shows up, they have an opportunity to win this game. But I don't know if even though the run defense has been vastly improved this year, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop Breece Hall. I think that they'll definitely be able to disrupt Zach Wilson a little bit. But I just don't trust this offense against the Jets defense. Jets defense is elite this year. So I'm going to go Jets.
All right. That was Monday night, correct?
That was Monday night. That will do it for us.
That is it, guys. Close us out, Dan. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Me too. All right, guys. Follow us on Instagram here. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Turn notifications on. Anything you can to do to help the podcast grow, we'd greatly appreciate it.
As always, thank you for listening, and peace.